to unmute, so people should be able to hear us now. I hope.
Shh, don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Say anything.
Just smile and wave.
Let's go, says the frilled shark. And yeah, that's what we're about to do. We're about ready to go. I'll drink some tea here.
Jeremy.
Ooh, that's good tea.
The great part about
Starting off with the AMS,
they don't know where it's coming from.
Early, huh?
That's some delicious Bigelow.
See? Spelling stuff again.
Bigelow.
ASMR.
All right, guys.
The entirety of Case 13 will be presented as ASMR.
Will P. What? Hi, Jake. Jacob Byers on YouTube. Thanks for watching, man. Frilled Shark on Discord. And I don't know what he's watching on, but it doesn't matter. All right, guys. We are going to get this thing rolling with any luck. So let's give it a whirl. What do you say? You guys up for it? All right, cool. Blaze through it. All right. Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 13, Iris. Lots of sibilants there. Iris. I am Jeremy.
We all risk. Really.
Yes, we all. Iris, you risk, we all risk. For ice risk. No, it's not that.
The walrus?
I am the cuckoo cachoosness. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Chaosium's Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and spiders that drop into your mouth while you're sleeping. Your investigators of the unknown are Gabe as Roy.
Spiders aren't the only thing that drop into your mouth.
One time, he was sleeping.
Matt as Rocky.
Hey, lucky Case 13. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right, guys?
Not until tape 13, anyways.
Ooh. Hello?
And Brian as Pippa.
Look into my iris.
Nice.
The eyes.
Well, guys, welcome back. How was your break?
Just a femur, so it's healing pretty well.
Good. That's a nice, clean break.
Oh, no, it's in pieces.
Is it?
Yeah, little shards everywhere.
Oh, I sharded once.
It's great. Yeah.
Once.
It's continuous.
It's one continuous shard.
Damn it!
Just
Infinity.
sits on a skateboard and points back and away he
Calvin
goes.
Klein.
By Calvin Klein. Shart Infinity. All right. Well, listeners, if you'd like to provide feedback or praise or just say howdy to us, we'd appreciate that. If you drop us a letter from beyond on our website at lovecrafttapes.com, just click the link. You'll see what's going on there. We do actually have a couple letters that are worth reading from the break. The other ones we don't bother with.
Yeah.
But,
no,
They're
2,
only
3,
2
4 stars. Only 5 and 1s.
Exactly.
Delete.
All right. First off, from Aus Shopper. I think they're from Australia. Maybe it's Austria.
Or Austria. Yeah.
Yes. They say, fun and funny, but tone down the testosterone. 3 out of 5 stars.
My estrogen's kicking in, so we're okay. I don't think I could do that.
It's all Gabe's fault.
The review says, funny, mostly in the unreal way that RPGs play out as a serious scenario. Bit too boys club attitude, though. How about playing a female character tastefully? Or better yet, include a girl in the group? Are you guys willing to have some surgery or something?
Yep. Girls don't talk to us, so...
My enlargement's coming probably by the end of the month.
My reduction's the same way.
I need the reduction.
Exactly. I get my boobs reduced. Yeah.
I guess... you guys know, we are men, and we have testosterone.
We're men in tights.
And we play Call of Cthulhu.
I don't do that last one.
So can't really change that. We could bring a woman in. I think that would be fantastic.
Hey, Justin,
Matt, you're out. Liz is in.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I'm sorry that we're not women. I'll shopper. And I get it. You know, we kind of take Call of Cthulhu not too seriously, so we have fun. But I appreciate the 3 out of 5 stars. I actually appreciate those middling reviews.
Hell yeah.
They seem to be realistic. So appreciate that. We're going to move on to a nice letter we got from Zach B, who says, "Greetings and salutations. It has long been on my mind to message you and tell you just how much your podcast means to me. First,
I hate it.
I hate it. First, I learned how to play from listening, and I've run several campaigns myself, mostly self-created, using a pinch of the scenarios. Thanks for paving the way. Second, I listen to your podcast from start to finish every day while commuting. I live in Las Vegas, and my commute isn't terrible, but still having your company makes me feel as though I'm not completely wasting my life alone. Third, I've been listening for a while now, and while I'm not exactly sure how long, it's been a few years. I've enjoyed every second and just want to tell you how much it means to me, what it means to me, for me, to listen to the podcast daily. It's what keeps me going in the morning and on my way home. Fourth, I heard a review that gave you guys 1 star because they didn't like how much comedy was in place of tension and mood building. That person may not have been a role-playing person because that happens in literally any RP game. It's meant to be fun. Lighten up. Anyways, thanks for airing my soliloquy, and I look forward to keep listening every day and hopefully hearing the episode where you say my letter from beyond. Thank you so much, Jeremy, Matt, Gabe, and Brian. You're celebrities to me."
Can we rewind that and delete? That way they keep listening until we play their letter.
Exactly. You'll never hear it.
We'll get 1 sentence per episode so that we can string them along.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I'm glad that one I paid for came in finally.
Yeah,
Nice.
good job. Good job.
That's your pen name, Zach B.
It works.
So thanks, Zach. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was
Thank
very
you.
nice to hear.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
We'll come see you when we hit Vegas.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. That'd be nice.
The Lovecraft
Live
tapes on
from
tour.
Las Vegas.
Once the pandemic's done, then
Yeah, as soon as COVID's gone.
Oh. As soon as the Delta variant's got. Oh, dang it.
See you in
Yeah,
2043.
once we get rid of Omicron, this is.
Oh.
Omicron 5?
Omicron 5. Hello,
Omicron
Crossy. How are
Circe
you?
Josie.
Hello.
If the
Obsidian
plague
Phoenix.
ends.
If the plague ends. Yeah, not when.
Mm.
If. But we'll focus on other things.
If it
tonight.
ends, the Lovecraft tapes will go on tour.
You've heard it here first, folks, or
We-
you've heard
we
it
will.
here several times over the last couple of years when it never happened. Okay, this show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. And we're going to go ahead and thank all those folks right now from top to bottom. Thank
Listen
you
up.
to Zachary Harley, Jordy Rose, Barry Robeson, Brittany Davis, Elizabeth Grieve, Chris Parker, Atulia, Brownie Davis, Jefferson Bell, Kyle Sherman, Eric Zane, Huge Pie, Olda Polkert, Yasmin Amber, Mitch L., Lobster Johnson, Wild Pants, Frank Delventhal, David Winterman, Snow, Wouter Vermeyen, scrolling down, Daniel Hissey, Eric Phillips, Malumber 57, Amanda Power, hello, John Emray, Daniel Caprone, Dumb Driver, John May, Bastard King, Phil Dickinson, Robert Jameson, Just Mall, Ripley, Iwan, Eric Setterberg, Mall. Did I say Mall in there twice? No, Just Mall. Mall and Just Mall. Boston Harbor Horror, Davinia Von Zarevich, Rain Bedwell, Yogg, Stephen Gregory, Liz Moonberry, Alex, Christopher Woods, Flix Capacitator, A.E. Jonesy, Sheldon Warner, Chainsaw Unicorn, Marty Dixon, Captain Vashton, Peter VDB. Hey, Belgium, what's up? Andrew Petty, John Scarcella, Ruined Ashes, Shane Stoley, Gregory Schmucker, David Stefanoff, James Brown, Ineptus, I'm not going to do this. Ineptus Astartes, Rolling Boxcars, The Frilled Shark, Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Hey.
Hey. Jeffrey
How's it
Young,
going?
Bifford, Dingus Khan, Hoser_21, Alexandra Kroska, Botran, Holden Omans, Tien Tai, Kevin C., Phil Campbell, Justin Lubbock, AJ
Who?
Ake, Nicholas Hutto, Casper Ryback, John Konopasic, Kevin G., Mick Cope, Robert Lamb, Jehovah's Thickness, Tomas,
Oh.
Horst Draper, Psych Sin, Phoenix Black, Benjamin Webb King, and Seriton Wizard of Isinglass. Thank you guys. Appreciate all the support you've given us. Some of you for years now. So
Yes.
holy
insane.
cow. You got to be out of money
Insane.
pretty soon, I think.
In
Yep.
the brain.
Because we only start out with a certain amount, right? When we're born.
Yeah, I think that's it.
$1,200.
You run out,
Yep.
you run out.
Yep.
You know, you can do.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I think you understand what time it is because before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. Let's roll them sweet hondos.
Break it.
Oh, yeah. I got a 72.
I got a 98.
Holy crap.
Merry
78
Christmas.
And Brian
I'm
got a
getting my
66.
fumbles out of the
Wow,
way
that's-
early.
Those are some high rolls. So we got Matt, who is selling to Brian. Take it away, guys.
We're high rollers.
Hey, you over there.
I have a quick question before you start
Yeah.
your spiel. Why you call me Hey all the time? I have a name, okay?
Yeah, it's hey.
Yeah, I know, but still.
So look, there's a lot going on in the world.
Hey.
Hey, there's a lot going on in the world. You ever just wanted to go somewhere where you can just get away from it all? You know, somewhere where there's nobody around.
Sorry, but it'd be nice.
No, that's the best part. Is you don't have to go far. If you want,
Is
I
it in
can
a
set it
car?
right. Yep, you can park your car right in Harvard Yard. There's this really great place where it will only be you and just you and literally nobody else as long as you change your name to Matt.
Ooh.
I'm here to let you know
It's
right
tempting.
now for the low price of the rest of your life because you gotta make a living somehow. I can send you to get this the Matt Void. It's a blank space in between realms for people named Matt. Everyone in the world named Matt has their own independent little mini void. It's really great.
You're not
I go there
talking
when I
your
wanna
mini
get
void,
away.
right? Sorry, testosterone. It happens.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah,
it does sound nice. It does sound nice.
An infinite darkness in all directions and just you.
What about
Nobody
my
else.
mini mat? Do I not get a mini mat?
Oh, that's extra. That costs extra.
Oh, okay.
You have to sacrifice somebody to get that to happen.
Oh, can you hold still real quick? Stab. Hello, how do I get into my mat? I sacrificed somebody. Hello?
No et tu, Brute? And we're back. What'd you guys think of that product or service?
It was violent, but I mean, I'm up for it.
I thought it was
Funniest
a
shit
good
I've heard in
service. Sounded like a good service, but the delivery was
Weak.
What's an
You wouldn't get it.
It costs too much. You couldn't get it.
It's out of stock. We're having sourcing issues
That's
right
true.
now.
It's at the docks.
We actually, we have a bunch of but it's stuck on a container ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Well, honestly, I'd like to snuggle up with that product and or service on a cold winter's evening and just nuzzle it, you know? Like, squeeze it tight and rub noses with it. Maybe a few butterfly kisses. You know, when you stare into your partner's eyes and get really, really close until your eyelashes touch. Then you blink rapidly, the lashes scraping against one another like nails on a chalkboard. Scrape, scrape, scrape. You grit your teeth and pretend you're smiling, even though it feels like a serpent of ice is coiling in the back of your brain. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Smile, smile, smile. Just two lovers grinning into each other's faces, eyelashes hopelessly tangled so badly you'll never close your eyes again. Ah, amour.
My eyes are
gulp.
burning.
Don't blink. That's a horror
My
movie,
eyes
right?
taste like burning.
I'm in danger. I almost got him.
Almost. Missed it
Almost
by
hot
that much.
tea at you know.
Thank you, Crocy. Thank you, Justin, for the tips there. Appreciate that.
Just the
Just the
tips.
tips.
So, guys, believe it or not, this is a brand new case, so it is time for some Cthulhu rules.
Yeah, we got to introduce the new characters.
Boom, boom, boom. So it's been a little while since we've had a Cthulhu rules refresher, and today we're going to deep dive into 2 skills that often get confused or misused. By us, I mean, we've done it.
We drive auto and repair heavy machines.
I never have.
Close. Computer use and library use.
Ooh.
Now, the way we do it in the heat of storytelling, we just sort of role play this stuff, and we're as guilty as anybody about mixing these things up and plugging in an appropriate skill just because it sounds like it might fit at the time, right? But if we dig into the definitions, sometimes the differences are very obvious. For instance, computer use is defined as a skill that allows the investigator to program in various computer languages, retrieve and analyze obscure data, break into a secured system, explore a complicated network, or detect or exploit intrusions, backdoors, and viruses.
Hey-o.
Now, special manipulation of a computer system may require this role. So if you need something very intricate and specialized, that it might require it. Now, the internet
sounds interesting.
Yes,
only somebody had made a character based around the concept of this.
I know it. Well, we're not done yet.
Gabe.
The internet places a wealth of information at the fingertips of an investigator. Use of the internet to find highly specific and/or obscure information may require a combined dice roll for computer use and library use. Combined roll. This skill is not needed to use computers when surfing the internet, collecting emails, blah blah blah, or to run regular software. Not a big deal. Now, compare that to library use, which is defined as a skill that enables an investigator to find a piece of information, such as a certain book, newspaper, or reference in a library, a collection of documents, or a database, assuming the item is there. So think of it this way, that a library use covers pretty much any kind of Google search, okay? So computer use is not really appropriate. We've been using it as such.
Yeah.
But it is really a library use role. With, the time spent on that particular search might vary because of the complexity or the secrecy of the thing you're trying to find out. But let's say you want to hack into the university's database and extract some secret information of a specific nature, in their library files or something like that. That might require a combined library and computer use if it's that sort of thing. So, does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, 100% does.
Okay. So we're going to try
to
remember.
Computer use was weird. It's not just you're using like library, but on a computer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense for the hacking part of it.
Yeah, it felt like something that we sort of slid into over the course of time, and we're like just sort of using that as a crutch to plug in if we thought that, we'd say, what's better, a library use or computer use? Which one's better on your character sheet? When really that's sort of not appropriate.
And we all know computers always better.
Yeah, exactly. So
libraries are for nerds.
Exactly. So we're going to try to play that as close to the rules as possible. So I thought people might be interested in that particular Cthulhu rule. So
let's take a poll.
Are
you guys interested in that information you just received?
Are you interested in my poll? Yes or no?
Huh?
Let's take a poll on the poll.
Internet polls?
Now, dear investigators, we play Case 13, Tape 2, Seed of Destruction. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. When we last left our fearless investigators of the unknown, they had gone toe-to-toe with pure evil in the form of Madame Starbuck and her army of undead clowns, egads. Using only wits and spit and a loaded gun, they escaped the Twilight Sideshow, perhaps clinging to life or sanity, but whole nonetheless. Arkham's premier relator, Pippa Chatterton, watched in horror as her administrative assistant Charlene was brutally murdered under the big top. Former FBI agent and Delta Green operative Roy Arroyo succumbed to the tender ministrations of a circus strongman whose 1-2 punch sent our hero into dreamland. Somehow, Rocky kept his cool and saved the day, while flames consumed what remained of the unholy carnival. What will become of our intrepid trio? Will Pippa's obsession with her newfound powers blossom into a vibrant flower, or will it grow out of control like an invasive tendril? Will Roy recover from his near-death experience to awaken a new man, or will the realization of what he did to Declan finally derail his weakening mind? Will Rocky seek counsel? Will Rocky seek counsel about Bugshosh from Ripley the cat? Or will he tempt fate by ignoring the gritting shadows that seem to plague the dark corners of every room? Only time will tell, and the countdown begins now.
Thanks
Pippa.
for listening, guys.
Pippa. July came and went so quickly, you can't believe it's August already. A lot happened in a month's time, however. You've endured round after round of questioning by the authorities regarding the Twilight Sideshow, Madame Starbuck, and the disappearance of several people. Your answers, carefully aligned with Rocky's and Roy's, are simple. Starbuck, along with her crew, went from town to town, engaging in human trafficking. The three of you made identical statements about seeing Officer Tina Quinlan, your former assistant Charlene Abernathy, and Tommy Dolby being held captive in the Big Top tent when it went up in flames. At first skeptical, the detectives eventually conceded they had recovered the remains of many bodies from the fire, and that might corroborate the survivors' stories. Heck, they even found a body in the woods, burned up in an old kid's fort. Forensics was still trying to pick at the pieces to find out who it might have been. Meantime, you're allowed to return home. Day after day, the memory of the fire and the horrors of the sideshow fades somewhat. You keep up with work, even hiring 2 new assistants to help with an unexpected onslaught of buyers who are looking to relocate before school starts in September. Your heart, though, isn't really in it much anymore. Instead, you spend a lot of time at Blaine Manor, shadowing Rocky as he digs deeper into the mystery Charles Blaine left behind. Rocky. After the events at the fairgrounds, you found yourself on edge quite frequently. For one thing, the pesky law enforcement took a bit longer to convince that your trio of investigators had stumbled upon Madame Starbuck's human trafficking ring. I mean, her title was Madam. What more evidence did you need? At any rate, you were able to shake them, eventually, pawning off the murder of Professor Carolyn LaCroix at the hands of the dreadful Carneys as well. For one thing, you've had trouble remembering exactly what transpired after Starbuck was defeated. One moment, you were relishing the way the blood spurted from the bullet hole in her head, and the next, you were standing in the foyer of Blaine Manor, Roy crumpled at your feet, and an egg-sized gemstone in your hand. What on earth had happened during the interim? Of course, your brother was no help. He had fallen unconscious during the initial fight, and it took a couple hours thereafter before he was even able to speak coherently, claiming to remember few details of the battle at the Big Top. Bother. Thankfully, you've had a few weeks to recover and contemplate Charles Blaine's final message. Someone's heat's on.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. While Roy had been out cavorting with Bugsy Jr., you and Pippa have been pondering what to do about the curious artifact found in the sub-basement laboratory. Roy, what's everybody so worked up about it anyway? Rocky and Pippa seemed pretty nervous about the cops, but you coached them to get their stories straight, and it worked like a charm. Everybody swallowed the human trafficking thing because it was trending on social media last week, and shark attacks in Long Island were fewer this year, so it went down smooth. Eventually, the heat died down. You healed up, none the worse for wear. While that realtor broad and your brother played footsie in the basement trying to figure out old Chucky's secret stash, you kept busy putting up a nice new Hampton double screen door on the front entry. For some reason, Rocky requested a pet door be added. Poor guy must have lost his marbles from that virtual reality rig back at Delta Green. Probably thinks he's still a cat. No matter. It was an easy upgrade, and you didn't have the energy to argue about it. You've been chewing on a different problem lately. Bugsy Jr. was still pretty broken up about Tina burning to death in the fire. So the department decided to give him some time off. Even though the two of you went out drinking most nights and fell asleep at his place in easy chairs in front of the tube, his mood hadn't improved much. If only you could think of a plan to pull Junior out of his funk. All right, guys. Let's do a little development phase. What do you say?
I would like
Real
to
estate development?
Exactly. All right, so let's. I'm going to pull up my little cheat sheet here.
He's acting as if I will be able to come up with a better plan than drink and fall asleep.
It sets the stage, anyways. All right, well, let's go ahead and start off with. Let's do Pippa first. Okay?
Hello.
Brian.
Pippa.
Brian. All right, buddy. So we're going to look at your skills first. So go ahead and let's go ahead and roll some sweet D100. And what you want to do here is you want to go over, not equal to the skill. So we're going to start with appraise.
Appraise.
And you can click that green button next to appraise. And that'll
nice.
That'll do it.
Success.
So you rolled a 60, which is equal
Success.
to it. And actually, maybe it's better to do the D100. I don't know, because it makes more sense. So
Okay,
you equaled it, and so you may not increase that. So go ahead and uncheck appraise.
Oh, but wait, I got an 83 with a D100.
83 will be your next roll. That is for fast talk. That one you can increase. So go ahead and roll me a D10.
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 Roll
5.
Oh,
All right,
that's
so your
a
fast talk
nice.
is now 75. And we're moving on to listen. Roll a
What?
D100.
Stop. Collaborate and listen.
Ice is back with a brand new invention.
Boom.
What did
You
Ice
rolled a
invent?
40, which is equal, so you cannot increase that. Go ahead and roll me another D100.
We know where this is going,
Two
boys.
equals.
Psychology. All right, that is
Oh my God.
over. So
Psychology.
83.
go ahead and roll D10.
Roll that sweet D10, baby.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're going to
So-
increase your psychology to 64, please.
You've reached
Almost
two.
nice.
You've rolled 2 matches and 2
I know.
83s.
Right?
It's weird.
So
What
go
should
ahead
I
and
roll
roll
next? Maybe a D100?
D Hondo.
No.
And
Dondo?
that is over your
Yay.
30 you needed for spot hidden, so go ahead and roll D10.
D20? No?
And now your
Five.
spot hidden is 35, so that takes care of your skills. You're good there.
Nice.
If skills, I don't think you have anybody that went up to 90%, did you? No, we're
No.
not quite there yet.
No,
That's good.
75.
All right, let's
the
take a look. Did
skills
you have
to
a
pay
key
the
connection
bills.
to look at?
Rats!
Rats!
Yeah. I don't think I got over that phobia.
Yeah, I don't think you did either.
Because there was not really rats to deal with, but the one rat freaked me out even more. in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
I don't remember that you overcame that per
No.
se. So, and you really had some issues with your spell use and all that
Yeah.
stuff too. So, do you want to keep rats as your sort of key connection? And actually, it says choose key connection from the backstory, and usually that means the previous case. So maybe it's something from the previous case. What might be good?
Maybe it's lack of confidence in my spells. Because nothing worked. Nothing at all worked, no matter how hard I did it.
Gotcha. So
and I kept pushing and pushing and pushing.
We're going to go ahead and add that to your phobias and manias. I think that's a good place for it. So I'm going to type in key connection, just so we have a starting point here.
Okay. That'll work.
If I can actually do that. And we'll say spell usage or spell failure. How's that?
Spell failure.
So you really need to like step it up and use your spells successfully in order to gain that. So you can't really gain any sanity due to that. Let's go ahead and recover some luck.
Nice.
So you're going to roll a D100, and you want to get over your current luck, which is 40. All right, good. So go ahead and roll D10.
D20, got it.
And that's a 1.
And so your luck's going to go up to 44. That's not too shabby. Yeah, and we're going to go say, because you've had a month to do some self-help, let's talk about that. What would Pippa have done over the course of a month to get her sanity back on track? Do you think? I mean, is she going to use an app? Is she going to meditate? Is she going to seek help? What would Pippa do?
I think the best thing for mental health is knowledge. So I think she has been studying nonstop about her spells and magic to find out what went wrong.
Okay.
Trying to figure it out and put a pin in it so she can make sure to focus on that one thing. Okay. That she, whether it's confidence or whatever it was that was not able to have her be successful with her spells.
Okay, got it. So what we're going to do here is your current sanity is at 75, it looks like.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to make a sanity roll. You can click that green button, and you want this to be successful.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so you failed your sanity roll, and so what we'll say, if it says if you roll over, you're actually going to decrease that by 1. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is, so we'll take you down to 74. I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And
I never know which one to change.
Yeah, I know. That's
the middle box.
The middle box is your current sanity.
But there's 4 boxes, Matt.
The middle between the little... anyways, moving on. So, unfortunately, we're going to say that because you you thought, I don't need any professional help.
Right.
I can do this myself.
I got this.
I'm a strong, independent person, and I just need to buckle down and understand these spells. Well, sort of the opposite happened. I will say Pippa's probably not aware that it happened because she is just simply fueling her obsession with the spells. And this is actually sort of destabilizing her mind to a certain degree, which plays into some other things we know that are happening from the epilogue last time, but the characters are unaware is happening. So, okay, so we're gonna go. We did luck, and we're gonna go ahead and check your credit rating. You can go ahead and do that. So, credit rating is in skills. You just click D100.
Nice,
which is fine. So you did 14, and you want to go over your 65.
Oh, got you.
So unfortunately,
stay the same.
But fortunately, you did not roll low enough where your credit rating would decrease. So that's
okay.
And unfortunately, training requires a bit more time. But actually, because you did that, I think it's fine. So let's go ahead and choose one particular skill.
Okay.
And I want to say it's going to be the way you've been talking and the way that your study is going. It should have something to do with either the spells or the books. Yeah. So I would say occult would be an appropriate thing.
That'd probably be the best
Library use would be an appropriate thing. It's up to you. What you have to do is roll over that skill.
I think I'm going to try for occult because that kind of makes sense. That's the way, the route she would go down.
So you can roll D100. You got to get over 50.
78.
Okay. So go ahead and roll D10. And okay, so
1.
your occult's going to go up to 51.
Womp,
So
womp.
that's a little bit.
That kind of matches me trying to figure out my own mental health.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, good. I believe that's going to be it for you. So Pippa, you can take your hit points all the way back up to 9, and
Wow.
as well as your magic points. Okay. And I believe that's all we need to do for you. So let's move on to Roy.
He's not here.
Roy's not here, man. So again, you can change your hit points all the way up to full. Your
news.
magic points can go up to full. You can uncheck that dying box. And then we'll go ahead and start in on your...
I don't know why my magic points were not at full.
I don't know either. Something must have drained them based on an attack, I think. So we're going to go ahead and do your skills real quick. Go ahead and do your charm. So D100.
So 58. I rolled a 77.
Nice. D10 to increase that.
2.
So you're up to 60.
Whatever.
Not too shabby.
Lame.
You're getting close.
Getting close, baby. Fighting
9
Brawl
more
is
points.
next.
9 more points, Gabe.
100.
Epic. 52. Got a 61.
Nice. D10.
2. Lame.
54. That's not bad. Firearms handgun is next. Need more than a 44. Holy
I
shit.
got 100.
Nice. D10.
Get those out of the way.
Wow.
9.
Okay. So you are at 53 in firearms handgun.
This is good news.
Yeah, I would say this is on par with what he needs. You're going to ruin your library 69 maybe.
Nah, I'll fail it. Don't worry.
Come on.
See?
You did.
40.
All right.
Nice.
Library use remains at 69. Natural world's next.
Nice.
66. Above a 66.
I got another 40.
Nope. Don't go there. Persuade over a 50.
100.
Holy crap.
Again.
All right.
Damn, Daniel.
10.
7.
57 persuade. That's not too shabby. And
Hey, Gabe.
spot hidden.
Frilled Shark wants to know if you'll finally be able to hit the broadside of a barn.
I've hit many a barn in my day. You just gotta aim with a car. I failed spot hidden, got a 10.
And stealth 62 or over 62.
And I failed.
Okay, that's on par. And then just for funsies, go ahead and roll for screen door use. So D100.
Succeeded.
Go ahead and roll
And I will
D10.
increase that by 63.
No. No.
By 5.
All right, so your screen door is at 85 now. So doing that extra pet door in the front of Blade Manor really boosted you up there. So, so what else do we got to do here? We want to do sanity through self-help. So, talk to me a little bit about what you might have done. What would Roy do to try to stabilize his sanity?
Well, he drank. But I think that
Heavily.
To forget?
putting my body
Heavily.
to rest probably helped.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just contemplating over that would, I mean, it wouldn't be great, but it gives some form of help.
All right. Go ahead and make a sanity roll then. And you want to get equal to
I
or
failed.
100. Yep, so that's not going to increase.
Well, who would have thought that
Who would've-
burning my body wouldn't help me?
Yeah, again, that just didn't. And actually, since you failed, you're going to decrease that by 1.
What?
Yep.
No, I would
So-
never have less sanity.
Right. And I'm thinking that the one on the... Yeah, I think that's correct. So I think we're good. 49 is good on that. I got to double check those numbers later on. But for right now, it's not going to matter that much. I'll correct that if I need to.
You don't know me, man.
I don't know you. All right, so let's talk about luck. You need to roll D100 and get over your current luck.
That won't be hard.
I don't think it will be. All right, you can increase that by D10.
Nuts. Oh,
Oh, yay, I got 1.
Yikes!
yeesh.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
not
such
so
your
good.
luck.
That is such your luck. 18, yeah. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do credit rating just for funsies. It won't matter
Give me
that
some
much.
money.
D100.
88.
All right, so you can add D10 to that if you want.
2.
All right, so it takes you up to 52. Not really going to...
$18.
and go ahead and pick a skill that you want to increase. We'll give you one skill that you need to make.
And
And
can it be one that I already did?
well, think about like so you were talking about trying to get over thinking about destroying your old body, so forth and so on. So to me, that sounds a little bit like psychology, psychoanalysis.
I could do
Disguise.
psychology. Psychoanalysis is worthless.
Okay,
But I
so
could do psychology.
Psychology, yeah. So get over a 20 on that.
Through introspection,
Yeah.
got a 92.
Boom. So go ahead
Nice.
and roll D10, and you can increase your
By
psychology
8.
Nice.
to 28. Yeah, that's
I
good.
tried
Okay.
some introspection.
There you go. And let's go ahead and look at your key connection. So I've got the last one we have here was making a bad decision that puts people in danger.
What? Ever?
That was in case 11. So I don't think I think we sort of kept that. As,
Yeah, I didn't solve that one. I didn't solve case 10s either, but I
yeah,
think
fear,
I did
fear
this
of loss.
time.
Well, actually, I think the fear of loss of identity you kind of
Yeah.
did. So we can
Yes.
go ahead.
Grips.
I'm going to go ahead and erase that.
I think I solved case 10. I did not cause safe case 11.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna take that to case 13. Okay, we're gonna push that forward and say that you didn't make your thing.
Well,
so.
the thing about it is, I had so many key connections left that I just didn't make one for case 12.
That's probably it. Yeah, it's like key connection upon key connection. So we'll say that maybe this round you want to like focus on that, right? So try to avoid making decisions that put people in danger, other people.
Hey,
in
I
danger.
tried. It just didn't work.
Okay, I think that's all we need to do on yours. So let's go ahead and move forward to Rocky.
I'm really good. I'm a really good player.
All right.
Play
So
on,
hit
play
points
on.
are up.
Play,
Good. Magic points are up. Awesome. So let's dive into your skills. And disguise is your first guy. Need over a 40. No go.
I rolled a 28. Oh.
No go. So kill
Kinda
that.
like a
Sad
40.
monkeys.
Fighting brawl over a 35. Nice.
81.
D10.
I am 1 point better at punching things.
36. Nice. And firearms handgun would be next. Need over a 78 on this one. Oof.
38,
Nice.
so that's a
Oh,
no-go.
And intimidate over a 60.
45,
Nice.
so that's a
Oh.
Library use over a 75. Holy cow.
Oh, 99.
Nice. Okay, so D10 on that. And
5.
You're going to go up to 80 on library use. Nice.
I'm now 5 points better at booking things.
Lovely. Sleight of
Like 2
hand over a
tickets, please?
10.
63.
All right. D10.
1.
No.
10.
Natural
Up to
10.
20.
Wait, what?
I doubled my ability to sleight of hand.
Wow. Keep that in mind because that's pretty good.
Ah.
Spot hidden over a 60.
64.
Nice.
Nice.
Nintendo. Oh.
Uh-huh.
2 points.
All right. Up to 62 on that. And lastly, stealth.
I need over a 32. That's a 28, so that's a no.
No go. And
I'm not better at sneaking.
Just for funsies, I'm going to go ahead and give you juggling too.
Nice.
All right. I need over a 45. That's an 86
Nice.
with 4 additional points into
Boom,
juggling.
49 on juggling now, so that's going to come in handy.
I'll keep that in mind.
Good use.
Exactly.
Whoop, whoop. Juggalo.
Lovely. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this in order here. So let's talk about how you may have tried to regain some sanity. What sort of therapeutic activities might have you engaged in over the last month?
Probably fell back to some very old meditation techniques he picked up high within the mountains of when he was there on a mission once. Gotten really good with the monks there. They know their stuff.
Nice. Okay. So go ahead and
Smoke a bowl.
smoke a bowl, baby. So
Monks.
Yeah, advanced technology. So I go ahead and let's see. We're going to choose a key connection from your backstory, and it looks like the only ones we have here are fear of abandonment and advanced technology bad.
Oh.
So I don't know that though either of those.
The abandonment, we all stuck together as a team.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
that
I
he
guess
set up.
he never really. But did he ever like face that fear and overcome it? That's sort of the thing.
With
Not
Roy, he
really.
grabbed Roy and got him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
he didn't
he didn't
abandon
help
Roy.
me.
Oh, he didn't? No.
That's true. I guess
I would count that as the
Okay.
abandonment thing.
I would have
I'm
been
good
fine.
with that. I'm good with that.
He would have
So
been fine.
we're gonna go
Just
ahead.
fire.
We're gonna go ahead and erase case 10. Okay, so you've only got the advanced technology bad thing, which you might still have a problem with. But we'll go ahead and give this one to you. So go ahead and make a sanity roll.
It's a hard success.
Nice. Okay, and go ahead and roll d6.
2.
All right, so you're gonna increase your sanity by 2. All right.
Oops, that's a. There we go.
Gabe, he took one from each of us.
Right.
From that
Exactly.
sanity.
Let's see. We're gonna recover some luck. So go ahead and roll d100. You want to get over your current
Over
luck.
46. 37. So no
go
luck.
there. Credit rating is going to be next. And
I need over an 88.
Oof.
That's a 40, so
All
that's a
right.
no-go.
Close.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's good. We didn't go too bad. And let's go ahead and just choose one particular skill that you want to try to gain.
What do I want to work on?
Solve
this time?
mystery. Choose that one.
Okay, I'm going to take the solve mystery skill.
Solve mystery button.
Oh, that was easy.
I get it.
I don't.
You understood that reference.
I don't get it.
It's a button that says that was easy when you press it.
What's a button?
I'll show you. Hold on.
Ugh.
I'm
Wait a minute.
gonna.
Benjamin.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna.
Benjamin button.
We're going to since I wasn't able to talk my way out of that kid in the hallway, which I found very
kids in the
annoying,
hall.
considering I thought it was a very convincing performance. You know.
What are you choosing?
So I'm gonna work on my skills of persuasion.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like.
Nice. So you need over a 40 on that. Roll d100.
25. So that's a no.
No luck. So
After all that,
unfortunately, you're like looking in the mirror, like trying to persuade yourself. You looking at me? Because it looks like you're looking at me.
I am looking at me. Wait a minute. I
Then-
failed.
Then you turn around like, what? Are you talking? No, wait. You were talking. No, you. No, you. Sorry, that's.
Who are you?
Who are you? All right,
There's
guys.
punch in the mirror.
I think that's going to do it for our development phase. So let's get
Nice.
rolling on the actual adventure.
Thanks for listening,
What do you
guys.
say? What do you say? Our scene begins, oddly enough, in an elevator. Rocky, Roy, and Pippa stand side by side as they descend into the depths of Blaine Manor to do more research on the strange artifact. And let's go ahead and just roleplay real quick. The three of you standing in an elevator on the slow ride into the depths. What sort of small talk would you guys have? Go ahead and just roleplay.
Can you guys really not rig something to make this thing go any faster?
What do I look like? An elevator salesman?
You claim to be smart, yet here we are.
Guys,
Well, I
after
don't see
everything
you
we've been
trying
through.
anything.
Hey.
I'm the leader.
Hey.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey.
Straw.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think anybody would listen. We there yet?
No, because Rocky can't make this thing go any faster.
Damn it, Rocky. Push the button. Beep.
I mean, if you want to go faster, I can throw you out and you'll get to the bottom real quick.
Do it.
You
Try.
Guys, have you guys ever tried Hot Pockets? How about a hot box it?
I don't like my life anymore.
Burritos.
I don't like your life either. Roy.
Breakfast burritos.
It's because it makes you jealous of yours, I know.
Oh my
No,
God,
because
this
I look at
elevator.
you and all I feel is nothing but pity and disappointment, and that doesn't do much well for my mental health.
I crouched down a little bit to get below the fumes.
The mayo fumes. All right. With a now familiar lurch in downward progress and slow hiss from old hydraulics,
Excuse
the
me.
elevator door rattle creaks open to reveal the dark expanse of caverns beyond.
My name's Pippa.
You are, of course, excited to return to the lab to continue your study of the artifact and eventually decipher the faded sigils etched upon it. But yesterday evening, you found a crate in the storage room at the other end, which seemed to contain documents relating to Charles's frequent trips into Manhattan. In his video message to Samantha, he'd asked her to meet him in New York City at a location familiar to both of them. Perhaps these papers held a clue to where?
Manhattan, probably.
So you basically you're there at the elevator, you know you got to go down this catwalk into the caverns, you know, and then you'll go to that main corridor, and if you go west, it heads to the laboratory, and if you go east, it goes back to that storage room that you've previously had experience digging into, because it's just crates upon crates of things.
Gonna lean out. Hold on, I have been doing some work, and I'm gonna reach out and feel along the wall to find like a jerry-rigged light switch, and I'm gonna click it on, and the front cavern is going to become blindingly bright.
Nice.
And Jerry screams.
How long did that take you? Like 6 months?
More like 6 weeks.
You say that like it's impressive.
Extension cords are expensive, man.
I mean, I haven't seen you do anything this impressive in 6 weeks.
As I said, I'm the leader. I delegate people who are below me in their station to do the work that I don't want to do.
Below me.
Roy,
Below
what can I
me.
do? Should I get back to what I was working on last
Yes,
time?
that'd be just fine.
Okay, thanks. Then I step over towards Rocky. What would you like me to do?
If you could, there was a crate in the storage room. It should be labeled G6-07-MKV. I believe the documents in there might be somewhat handy in deciphering the symbols on this gem that we've been looking at.
Hey, Rocky, there was a crate in the storage room. You mind grabbing that for me?
I start heading down the whatever it's called, ramp,
Okay.
because I know they're going to be there for another 15 minutes. Going back.
So Pippa just takes off.
Do. Now they're in a stalemate.
Rocky and Roy are just like staring at each other, neither one budging.
No, you go. No, you go. So what's
I'm
on
going
either
to
side of that
try
ramp?
and push him towards the back of the elevator and push the up button at the same time I get out to force him to ride all the way back up just to come all the way back down.
Roll for up button.
Rocky, you forget how little I care about work being completed.
Bye.
Well, it's totally up to you. If it's up to you.
I'm fine with the stalemate.
So does that mean you're standing there?
I'll go through the
Stalemate?
documents once they're brought to me.
Okay. So Roy's going to hang out by the elevator downstairs, and Pippa's heading to the storage room to the crate.
Yep.
Rocky, what are you doing?
I'm pushing the up button on the elevator and jumping out before Roy can get off.
Roy, do you want to let that go?
No.
So you put out your hand and stop the door from closing?
Ding.
Yeah.
Ding. Yeah, actually, the doors are very slow to close. Anyways, it's just like this elevator has been installed here for many, many decades.
Roy steps out and the elevator goes up. Oh shit. We're trapped in the basement
Dang
again.
it. So
no button
then
down
we're
here.
back. We're back to what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to carry on towards the storage rooms. Probably something somewhere in there that'll be
Okay.
handy dandy.
Awesome. And are you going to go with him, Roy, or are you going to head to the lab?
I'll go to the lab.
Okay. Awesome. So let's go ahead.
Don't
and...
touch anything. I don't need explosions bringing this cavern down.
If things could explode just by me touching them, it means that they weren't created well.
I love it. So let's go ahead and have Rocky catch up with Pippa. And you see Pippa's already heading towards that corner where the box was. So obviously boxes and rusty filing cabinets fill this room. But over the last few weeks, you've shifted and moved them around, seeking any clues to what the artifact might be and where in Manhattan Charles wanted to meet Samantha.
Where in Manhattan is Charles Blaine meeting Samantha?
I like it. In
Thanks.
one corner is a newly discovered wooden shipping crate, stamped with a faded coat of arms depicting a boat of some sort, sailing in front of a castle, above which hovers a golden crown, outlined by a shape that is unmistakably that of Manhattan Island. What makes this container of special interest is its size, about 4 feet on each side. Could this originally have held the artifact?
Ooh.
Perhaps, though the crate had been since repurposed as a repository for loose sheafs of shipping papers, easy for me to say, bundled with rotting twine. Maybe something here could be useful? And
would
I'm
they
going to go
store
ahead
rotting
and
twine?
share with you what that coat of arms looks like.
Oh, good.
What madman would make a coat out of just arms? It seems so impractical.
Exactly. So
it.
I have just now shared the coat of arms. That is.
Why
on
are there
the
so many
crate.
arrows in the boat?
So many arrows.
Why is there a big eyeglass, magnifying glass over it?
Yeah. That's a weird design
That is
choice.
weird,
I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
So
That
so
was
it's,
good, Cape.
it's sort of an unusual design. Might be of interest. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. It doesn't get any bigger. It just makes the same size.
But you
Pop
guys
out.
have a lot of papers to sift through, and if
Yep.
you guys want to pick one of you to be the lead investigator on this, and since there's two of you, the other one can give you a bonus die. How's that sound?
Yeah, that works.
This will be a library use.
That definitely should be Matt.
I have 80.
Yeah, I have 20.
80.
Oh, wait, no,
Nice.
that's language. I was looking. I have 80.
He just has 80 in
I have
every
so many
skill.
80s. So many 80s. So go ahead and roll me a library use.
I have 80 in jump.
I needed an 80. I rolled a 56. That is a success.
Nicely
With my
done.
help,
And
you
go
get a
ahead
59.
And roll a d10 for the bonus die, please.
That's a 1.
And so what would that make that?
10.
16?
16.
Isn't
Oh.
one a
Now
1?
16
Yeah, yeah,
one
would
a 10?
be, is that a hard or an extreme?
I think it'd be an extreme at a 16 with an 80, don't you think? How do we tell that?
I think that would just be a hard.
There is a
Yeah.
mathematical.
No, 16. If you look at the actual library use box for my thing, it says 80 and then half, which would be the hardest of 40. And then 16 is the extreme. So that would technically be an extreme success.
That is an
Nice.
extreme success. So
Extreme!
essentially, Pippa's there, and she is, sorting out, untying the twine, and setting out these papers. This looks like it might be appropriate. This might not be. This has some interesting writing on it that sounds like it might be from New York. And little by little, Rocky starts to see a pattern emerge from these papers, and is able to find a torn shipping manifest for a crate measuring the same as this one, oddly enough, received from an unknown origination shipping to an unknown destination in New York City, New York.
Unknown.
Hey.
But then Pippa finds crumpled up in one corner of the crate that missing piece of paper towards the top of the shipping manifest that clearly shows the origination as Belgrade, Serbia, and the destination as Hotel Odobrati, 466 Park Avenue South, New York, New York, 10016.
8675309.
Yes. So there's an address
Jenny.
for a hotel, and in that same crumpled piece of paper, you're able to spread it out, and in the lights that you've installed to help see this stuff, you do see that there is a signature towards the top.
Ooh.
Very faded. Looks like whoever did it probably used a carbon copy of some sort, so it's not the original and it has faded since. But it was signed for by M. That's it, the letter M. Roy. You find the secret panel in the western corridor and take the phone off the hook, speaking the voice-activated key phrase. Go ahead.
Roy Arroyo.
Oh, it was the one that I gave you at the end of the scenario last. I'm sure you wrote that down.
Oh,
one of you
that's
must
a
have wrote
good
that
one.
down.
That's a good one.
Hold on, those are recommendos.
Assuming we would take notes and remember things. You should know better by now.
Hold on.
Something as small as that. Really, no one can blame me. I don't believe you remember it.
I know what it is. I want you to tell me what it is so I can tell you if you're right or not.
I wasn't expecting Roy to be doing this, but it's fine. You go ahead and tell him what it is.
Yeah, Matt. What is it?
We did it.
We did it.
I don't know what it is.
All right. In the interest of moving along, the key phrase is Mac wants the flamethrower.
I've never heard this
that
sentence
what
in my
that
life.
is?
Maybe
I
listen
actually
to the
remember
podcast.
that now. What?
I have that written in one of my boxes, and I was really fucking confused as to what the hell that was.
Nicely done.
I was like,
So-
who the fuck is Mac, and why is there a flamethrower involved?
So Roy picks up the phone in the secret panel and says,
Mac wants the flamethrower.
with a dull, wrenching sound, the door at the end of the hallway swings open. Beyond is Charles's laboratory. You've already spent considerable time cataloging its wonders, overwhelmed by the test tubes of glowing liquid, the indescribable blobs of organic matter bobbing in jars of cloudy gelatin, the myriad bits of technology in various forms of construction. To what purpose? You have no idea. If you've learned one thing, it's that Charles didn't like to keep notes on his experiments. Or else those were kept elsewhere? Either way, you've yet to find clues that might identify these unsettling projects. None of that matters, however, because in the center of the laboratory is a stone pedestal, seemingly hewn from the cavern rock, about 4 feet tall and 5 feet in diameter, illuminated by several spotlights mounted directly above. Ancient runes of unknown origin have been carved on every inch of the surface, chiseled and sanded smooth. Upon the flattened top is a thick pane glass case, measuring 4 feet on each side and 50 inches tall. Inside the case is the artifact. A 3-foot scepter of filigreed silver, tipped at either end with a cat's eye gemstone. It is what Charles had meant for Samantha to find and what has consumed your attention since opening this secret chamber. But you've had to study it from a distance thus far because Charles warned that when the artifact's case is breached, hidden explosives will detonate in 30 minutes' time, bringing Blaine Manor crashing down into the caverns and burying all remaining secrets. You know it's only a matter of time before you need for that to happen in order to study the item further. Perhaps tonight is the night?
Oh boy.
Roy, why don't you
yeah.
give me a spot hidden, please?
Why do we send
I
Roy in
warned
there?
you about explosions.
I got an extreme. I need a 75. I got a 2. I'm really good.
Okay. So you waltz into the laboratory, and of course, this thing is, despite your maybe disinterest in these sorts of, arcane items, there is something that's been like, ever since Rocky has shown you this artifact, on the underside of it, it's sort of like the scepter is sort of sitting in this little cradle, and you can see just barely under it. Obviously, if you had it in your hand, you could look at it, but it's just really been really tough to try to figure something out. But Pippa noticed there it looked like there was some sort of like sigils that were faded or stamped on the underside. And so you've used your beautiful mind technology to sort of like look at it from different angles with different light sources, and little by little you've started to get a picture of what this thing probably is, this writing on the underside of it. And so you stoop down to get another closer look, and you're not quite sure if it's maybe the light coming in from the new lighting that Rocky put up in the hallway outside through the open door. Probably
It's not
not.
that.
Probably not.
It's not
But,
that.
Yeah,
It's definitely that.
Couldn't be. But you get just the right angle to see this thing. And I'm going to go ahead and share with you what this etching on the underside of the scepter looks like. And you can go ahead and say what you think it is when you see it for our listening audience.
Oda Bratti.
Oh, I got one of these at IKEA once.
Yeah. It's hard to assemble.
So you do see this really sort of ornate etching. It's a series of lines of concentric circles etched. The whole thing is perhaps 3 inches. No, it's like 3 inches long. So it's very, very difficult to see, particularly the angle that you're looking at it. But this particular time around, something just clicks in your head, and you're not quite sure what that word means or what those letters mean, but clearly that is what it is. Oda Bratti. Odabrati. And that's what you see.
And you don't know what letters are.
Yeah, not really my game. I mean, I would assume it's of Croat descent, but I don't know a lot about letters and stuff.
So,
Snip the wire. With your extreme, snip the wire to the bombs and take the frickin' scepter.
Rocky and Pippa come into the laboratory.
I'm going to go to the laboratory.
I'm going to go to the laboratory.
I'm going to go to the lavatory.
I was down in the lab.
I was down in the lab.
Roy, careful. Remember the bombs.
I told you
Bombs
not to make
can't hurt
anything
me.
explode.
Well, what
I
about the
didn't make anything explode.
You haven't made anything explode yet.
Have you guys ever just walked into a room where the other was at and maybe said hi?
No, that's stupid.
That's
Or
why
just
would
kept
we
your
ever
mouth
do that?
shut?
Why would I do
anything
that?
like that at all?
No.
Who does she think she is right
You
now?
guys should
She's
get
very
a
mean to
room, I
us.
That
think.
is terrible.
We're brothers, you freak.
Yeah.
It's kind of our thing, if you
Kind
haven't
of not
noticed.
anymore from what you've told me. Different body and all.
You actually believed that?
And you got her good with that one. That was a
I
well
take
thought
the
out.
scepter.
Good job.
See ya, bitches. 30 minutes. It takes 28 minutes for the elevator to get up. Did you find
All
anything?
this time, and we still have no idea what this is, why it's here, or why Charles Blaine wanted Samantha to find it so badly.
Or what's it all about? Really?
So I found this thing since you guys asked that you guys never found because I'm a genius. Took me like 4 seconds of looking at this thing.
Oh, did you look into the etchings that I saw on the bottom of the staff?
No.
Oh,
I found
about
this.
3
I found
inches
these
long?
etchings. Does Odabrati mean anything to you?
Yes, I picked one of those up at IKEA once.
I saw that on your Twitter a few minutes ago.
It was either missing 3 parts or it had 5 extra parts.
I'm not sure because you never know in these situations. Not off the top of my head. I mean, we can do some digging into it, I guess, see what comes up.
This whole thing seems like an excuse to use the new rules that were implemented at the beginning of this.
Well, actually, Rocky, you may want to review the paper that you found.
From 17 episodes ago.
Which one? Damn it.
The one he sent you today in your notes, I'm assuming.
No, the one I just told you
Oh.
about.
Oh.
The one we found in the, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, hold on a second, and I'm going to go back into the storage room and with a pair of gloves on as to not further damage this. I'm going to grab the shipping manifest and the extra little bit and bring it back into the lab and just clear off one of the tables that are in there and kind of lay it out. Yep. Glass and chemicals just on the floor everywhere.
All the little creatures start oozing around.
It was bleach and ammonia. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad happens.
Ectoplasm.
It was high C ecto cooler. We should be okay.
Run!
So we were digging through a crate that was tucked into a back corner. Had a very strange coat of arms on it, which may have something to do with Manhattan and what Charles Blaine was looking for, or whatever location he may be wanting Samantha to meet him at. You see, if you look here, it looks like something at some point was shipped from somewhere. It looks like he shipped something out of, or someone shipped something out of Europe to this hotel.
No, that's the boat on the New Brunswick flag.
Then what is the giant magnifying glass supposed to mean?
That's so you zoom in.
Oh,
And Roy, you look over Rocky's shoulder at the crumpled bit of paper that he stretched out on the table, and you see it says clearly Hotel Odabrati.
Odabrati, thank you.
So it's a good thing I found this Odabrati thing, because I think that's where we're going.
466 Park Avenue South, New York, New York.
well, I mean, we should probably make sure it still exists. So I'm going
does.
to head down to the mainframe room and plop down in my chair and pull up a web browser and type in Hotel Odabrati.
Yep, it pops right up at that address. It's on Google Maps.
Pour your whiskey on it. Let's get out of here.
Well, they are still around. Shall I book us some rooms? We feeling like a road trip this early into the case?
I just gotta get my Red Sox hat and Celtics
We doing the
jersey.
Lovecraft tapes takes Manhattan?
Oh, I hope I.
We
I
have
hope
to
I
take
run
it
into
from Jason.
Yeah, he took it first.
I might need a day. I've got a couple showings, and I'll need to talk with my assistants to make sure that they can hold the fort down.
You've already expressed that they can't, so
Roy.
That is his
Pippa,
name. Don't
Pippa,
wear it out.
Pippa.
That is her name as well. Please don't wear it out.
And yet
What
no one
spells
wants to
have I
wear
been
your name out.
practicing? Let's see. Rack.
Good word.
Thanks.
Strong word.
Thanks. Well, if I'm no longer needed, I'm going to head back to the office. I'll get my affairs in order, and I can meet you back here in the morning. Will that work?
I guess, if you have to be that high maintenance.
I was speaking with Rocky. I'm sorry.
Yes, if you need the time to prepare yourself, then go ahead and do so. I will make accommodations for us at this hotel. I'm assuming we want 3 separate rooms as far from each other as possible.
Absolutely.
You think you can afford that, Chief?
Have you seen my credit rating? Of course I can.
Are we flying or?
Yeah, we're taking a 25-minute flight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That'd be good to save us some time.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. We'll Uber.
I step back into the elevator and hit the button. Boop.
We're boobering.
We're boobering from Rhode Island to New York. Let's go.
Can't hear you. The elevator's going up.
All right, we'll take Pippa out of the equation.
Yay.
So Roy and Rocky, you're still standing down there?
You realize now it's going to take 40 minutes before we're able to get back up, right?
Yes, we probably should have thought that through.
Oh, one thing. From my previous knowledge, I'm going to
You're
cut
not
the
here.
power to the house
You're not here.
on my way out.
You're not here.
I'm still upstairs, Jackalope.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna cut
not.
the
You're in the
power to the
elevator for 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
And then you guys can
All
never
right,
get
Arroyos,
out.
what are the game plan?
I'm going to re-secure the artifact.
What's that mean?
You know, put it back in a place where it won't explode.
No, it's sitting on this dais in a glass case. You've never handled it.
Oh, I thought... Okay. I misunderstood. I
Any,
thought that's
any
how I...
breach of the glass case will detonate the house.
Well, I misunderstood, clearly.
So he hits the glass with a hammer.
Do we really believe that it's still in working order?
Everything else is.
I mean, the rest of this place still seems functional, so I'd rather err on the side of caution.
All except for those lights that got put in for some reason.
Those are working fine, thank you very much.
Well,
Look, if you have anything you need to do before we leave tomorrow, I suggest you get it over with.
unlike you, I have things I would like to do, but I recognize that if I don't do them, it's not a failure on my part.
Great. Well, you go do you, Roy. I have some more things to take care of down here before we leave.
Like what?
Well, for one, we just discovered this hotel. I'd like to do a little more research into that. There's the strange thing that the word on the bottom of the staff directly correlates to the hotel itself. There might be something there. The location where that crate came from seemed awfully suspicious as well. Maybe it has something to do with that.
Oh, Rocky.
I mean,
When
I
are you
could
going to
also
learn
check-
that you'll never learn anything by researching it? You can only learn by going out and doing things. I'm sure you could have figured that out by now.
I'll have to do some research on that, see if it's true or not.
And then I'll just wait for the elevator and leave.
All right. So Roy departs, and Rocky, you're,
2 hours later.
you're down there by yourself.
So I'm going to go back
Baywatch
to
episodes.
go back to the computer and pull up the phone number associated with the Hotel Odebrati and give it a ring.
Okay. And it rings much too long, probably like 5 or 6 times. And then finally someone picks up and says, hello. Yes, Hotel Odebrati, Tomislav.
Yes, I'm going to be in town within the next day or so.
Oh,
and
yes.
I was wondering if I could potentially secure some lodgings at your establishment.
Of course, we got plenty of rooms. Don't worry. Come on, my friend.
All right. So do I need to book that now, or will it be
Oh,
okay?
no, we
if
got plenty. It's fine. Come on in.
Well, in that case, I will see you tomorrow then.
All right, goodbye. Click.
Strange.
Why did he say click?
You haven't hung up the phone yet, sir.
I'm still here.
We
Click,
should
click,
probably click, click. So now that I know that we don't need to book ahead of time, apparently it's not that popular of a hotel. I'm going to go back to the computer and I'm going to delete the hotel in front of Odebrati and just search that word.
Okay.
Because it's kind of weird that it happened to be on the bottom of that staff as well as
Mhm.
the name of the hotel.
Gotcha. Yeah, so researching that particular word. Go ahead and give me a library use, please.
I needed an 80. I rolled a 13. That's an extreme success.
Nice. So the best thing you can
Damn, I'm burning all my good rolls earlier.
Yeah.
That just means I'm going to die at the end of this one.
So you look up just the phrase Odebrati, that particular word, and of course it does bring up a bunch of Serbian language websites, which you use Google Translate to try to dig in and find something. And the best thing you can find is that it means to be, to exist in Serbian, Croatian Serbian languages.
I'm going to go back to the shipping manifest. Where did it say the crate came from?
Belgrade, Serbia.
Well. Looks like we have ourselves a connection. And I'm going to go back and start doing... I'd like to just do like some general research on Belgrade.
Okay, great. And why don't you go ahead and give me an intelligence roll, please? We'll call this an idea roll.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 64. That's a failure.
All right.
I know
You let
why.
that stand?
Yep.
Okay. All right, then. So, yeah, you kind of worn yourself out a bit. But, you're like, okay, I guess we're going to New York tomorrow. We have to figure out, means of transportation, blah, blah, blah. And, you're probably going to need that artifact to take with you. So
I'm going to go to
you gotta
YouTube and
figure all
type
that
in
out.
how to defuse a bomb.
FBI agents swarm.
Yeah, in all of the month, in the entire month that you have been there, you have been very concerned about this. And you found absolutely zero evidence or any kind of physical trigger or wiring or anything on this stupid case and this pedestal. Whatever Charles did, he may have had some contractors come in and put this in. You have no clue, but
Fill up a
diffusing
bag
it
with
is going
sand.
to be
Hold
probably
it in one hand. Look at the scepter.
not
Weigh the
an
bag in my
option.
other hand. Look at the scepter.
So we'll cut forward to the next morning. And Rocky, you awaken in Blaine Manor, ready for the day. Pippa's already downstairs with her bags packed. And You call out for Roy, expecting him to be in the kitchen, and there's no sign of him.
Oh, God damn it. What has he done this time?
Give me a spot hidden, please.
He comes running out the
There it
elevator.
is.
You got 12 minutes.
I needed a 62. I rolled a 42. That's a success.
Nice.
So you're searching his bedroom. You pop your head in. It's, of course, immaculate. His bed is made military style. And it looks like he has packed some of his stuff because the drawers are pulled out and there's clothes missing. And you check the closet, and yep, there is some luggage missing. One big piece of luggage. And you're about ready to leave his bedroom when you see a slip of paper sort of waft down from the dresser onto the floor. A piece of paper.
Oh, dear. I'm going to pick it up and read it.
It says, "Meet you in New York. Hurry up." And it's his handwriting.
It's his hand writing? Meet you in New York.
I'm going to go back downstairs. Well, it seems for whatever crazy reason my brother has ventured on ahead of us, so it shall be just us two.
I say we go. Let's get on the road.
All right. Before we go, though, and I'm going to make as quick of a trip as possible down to the lab. I'm going to take a bunch of reference photos
Click,
of
click,
the
click,
scepter.
Click, click.
And then I'm going to come back up. All right, sorry about that. I have a feeling for whatever we're doing, this thing might be important.
It's been 4 hours. The elevator's so slow.
And
It took me 5 minutes to make the photos. I don't.
Pippa, give me an idea roll, an intelligence roll,
Okay.
please.
Oh boy. I need a 75, rolled an 83.
Gonna let that stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about the idea you didn't have.
Yeah.
Nice, exactly.
It's a good
right.
one.
Okay. So Rocky comes back up with his. Well, actually, you know what? Rocky heads down to take some reference photos.
And I cut the cable on the elevator.
And you get downstairs and you see the artifact is missing.
What?
The glass case is shattered, and the pedestal is surrounded by these sort of smooth pieces of glass. And then you hear a voice, a soft robotic voice in one corner of the lab say,
Shut up, Alexa.
"Countdown to detonation continuing. You have 15 minutes to
Fuck,
remove
the elevator
yourself.
takes 26 minutes.
Please allow minimum 440 yards safety distance from epicenter of impact blast. Thank you for choosing West Labs Incorporated. Remember, if it's not West, it's not the best." Beep.
Well,
Beep.
so did you
Son
roll
of
new
a
characters,
bitch.
Matt? Because I've got a new character.
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to sprint into the mainframe room, grab a hard drive out of the tower, stuff it into my bag, and sprint for the elevator.
All right. Seemingly, the elevator doors open even more slowly than usual.
Come on.
As the beeping seems to be getting gradually louder and more frequent, your pulse begins to keep time with it. The adrenaline heightens your senses. You climb into the elevator car and punch the button that will bring you upward.
Which breaks the elevator.
Nothing happens. You try again, but the light doesn't even illuminate the button. Stooping, you see the entire panel has come away from the wall, and 2 frayed wires are sticking out, as if they'd only recently come apart. electrical repair isn't exactly your strong suit. You've always preferred to hire a qualified electrician for these types of projects, but there isn't time to find one now. Frantically, you look around and spy a yellow plastic wire connector in one corner of the elevator. You suppose you could try reconnecting the loose wires? It's either that or start climbing the cable above.
I'm going to reach over and grab the connector. Like, well, how hard could this be? And I'm going to try and affix the wires together to get the panel working again.
Excellent. So
Whole
I'm
time
going to need you to
grumbling
make
about how
an-
I'm going to kill Roy.
Nice. I'm going to need you to make an electrical repair, and all I need is for you not to fumble. That's all.
I needed a 10. I rolled a 72. That's a failure, but it's not a fumble.
It's close.
That's what's important here.
So you begin twisting the connector to try to get these two wires to go back together. Of course, as we know, if you've ever used these damn connectors, they are really can be a little tricky sometimes. And so the first couple times they don't go together at all. And you're like looking, trying to twist them back on and looking again. And you can see that there's like a little snapped piece off in the very tip of it. So you begin banging that on the bottom of the elevator floor. And eventually that little snipped piece of wire falls out and rolls off. So you're able to twist
10,
them together.
9, 8.
And then the elevator starts moving slowly up. So Pippa, you're standing there in the entry hall just waiting for Rocky. You're kind of looking at your watch like, what the hell is going on? And you hear a dim dinging sound from behind as the elevator door opens.
I got us each a coffee.
Bad news. Roy took the scepter. We have to get out. Go, 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 go. I'm going to grab the bags, grab her, and sprint out of the house.
All right.
I stumble down the stairs.
Nice. All right. So basically what we need this stage is nothing really.
Not another
It's fine.
chase sequence.
Not another
I
chase
hit him with
sequence.
my
We're
purse.
good.
You masher!
We're outrunning the explosion.
Yep, you're both just running pell-mell down the driveway as far as you can get from the impact blast. And with a reverberating thump deep underground, Blaine Manor trembles. Cracks begin to appear in the stonework, and the structural supports scream like a mortally wounded boar. Dust and smoke bellow from inside, shattering all of the windows and rupturing the doors. Gutted, the home quavers for a moment, then begins to collapse in upon itself from the center roof peak, the shingles splintering, sloughing off, and clattering to the ground. The wound at its heart spreads further, the second story swallowed down into the flaming chasm. Another series of muffled blasts occur underground, each spewing flame and smoke and ash into the air high above. Then, in defeat, Blaine Manor disappears in a wide sinkhole, the edges of which glow white-hot, molten rock dripping in rivulets far below. And I think we'll go ahead and cut her off there.
Blaine Manor!
Yeah. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft tapes. All right, guys. Any thoughts?
It looks
Roy's
like you
a
guys are
bastard.
in the market for a new home.
I'm having fun in New York.
By the end of this case, there will be only 2 player characters living. We'll figure out which 2.
Yeah, but was it Roy that took it? Because the countdown,
Yes.
we would have heard him 15 if it's a 30-minute countdown, and you
You
went
don't
down
know
there
that
was
it's not a
15.
2-hour countdown. Prove
Didn't
it.
we say somewhere it was a 30-minute countdown?
Yeah, but
No?
there's
Yeah.
no proof
It's
of
the
that. Jeremy doesn't
final
know.
Countdown.
He just wrote that stuff.
Yeah, I guess
I would
guess we'll
assume
see.
I would have assumed that Roy left the night before.
Hmm.
So
Nice.
I can't tell you. It would be bad for the game.
okay, thanks.
All right, guys.
Because when I see you, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
Bluey.
You laugh. You laugh.
I did.
He did laugh.
It's funny because he'll miss.
All right, guys. Well, it's time for some recommendos. So let's share some of our geeky obsessions and roll me some sweet D100.
D100s.
D
52.
53.
6.
That's
'Cause
a
I'm
tight
better.
grouping right there. I'll tell you what. So we're going to start off with Gabe, Matt, me, and Brian. Take it away, Gabe.
All right. This is maybe the biggest recommendo that I've ever done that I would classify as not for everyone. This is strictly for the metalheads out there and a very specific type at that. I will be recommending Maggot Stomp Records. It is my favorite record label running right now. I love just simply the way that they take care of their musicians and, you know, the way that they try and make it like a family. And like if a band gets bigger and signs with a bigger label, they'll still promote them because once you're in Maggot Stomp, you're always. It's dumbass, like super brutal death metal moron shit. It's one of those things that if you like it, but you will not learn to like it. Their tagline is sometimes it's okay not to think, which I absolutely love. And, you know, while most people aren't comfortable with it, I think that right now, hopefully they will be at some point. I think the way that they tour their musicians together is next to none. And I don't know. I love pretty much all the bands that they have signed. It's really nice to see a label actually take care of their musicians rather than just try and skim off the top as much profit as they possibly can. And if you like that type of music, you really can't go without learning about them.
All right. Nice. Love me some new music. And who doesn't love maggots? Come on. They're delicious. Robin's
Maggot pies.
Exactly. All right. Thanks, Gabe. Let's move on to Matthew.
I'm glad we're back. I'm really sad this game didn't end up making the cut for the last case, so I'm really excited to start this one off with it. Forza Horizon 5 is here. This time taking us to the lovely, lovely land of Mexico. The map is now bigger than ever, and it spans a massive territory from the top of a volcano. That's right, you can literally drive up to the caldera of a volcano and then drive down the side of that mountain to lush rainforests, sandy beaches, dune-filled deserts. There are a couple of really cool, like really tight urban areas that are like really compacted. You have a lot of corners and tunnels, and this is truly like the next evolution of the Horizon series. There's plenty of stuff to do, from off-road dirt racing to street racing at night to cross-country races, which are literally just you and a bunch of people barreling through nature. There are cars to find hidden in barns all over the places, and pretty much anything you do or anything you can do will earn you money. It'll earn you experience points. There are, at this point, I want to say close to 600 cars to collect. So
Jeez.
if you're that person that's, you know, got to get all of them, they're all there. It's everything you do in this game is just fun. It's relaxed enough of an arcade racer for me, at least, that I don't have to worry about trying too hard. I don't worry about, you know, getting the perfect racing line. I just go at it and you have fun. And everything you do in this game is that same kind of vibe. And I'm absolutely in love with it. It is absolutely worth your time and your money. So if you're into racing games, Forza Horizon 5 is not going to disappoint.
You gonna marry it?
Yes.
Sweet.
All right, cool.
It's better than 4. That's my take.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll agree with you there.
It's
I like 5
it's
better
one
than I
better.
like 4.
It's one better.
Well, the
than four.
barn finds are cool because when I was chatting with him, when he found a barn find, he's like, "Wow!"
Yeah. A new added thing is when you clear a barn find, you can then place one of your cars into that barn and say, hey, I want to gift this car to somebody who just started playing this game.
Which
So
I
there's
will
this
never
whole
do.
built-in culture of helping other people out by literally handing out free cars to like new players to kind of say, hey, welcome to the game, which I thought was super, super cool of them.
They can pull themselves up by their tire straps.
I think I gave the Ford Bronco that they forced me to take against my will.
Ford Bronco 5. Got it. Love it.
Woo!
All right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. For me, 2 years ago, if you guys recall, way back when in the nether regions, down
No, I
there,
don't.
I recommended Gloomhaven, the massive 2017 tabletop tactical strategy board game that swept awards in geek hearts in equal measure.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell. For some, though, the sheer size, scope, and rule set might cause some hesitation for the more casual board gamer. But fear not, wisely, creator Isaac Childress and his creative team took a step back by introducing Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion in 2020. It's a slimmed down, slightly simplified version meant to on-ramp newcomers gradually to the Gloomhaven system. Now, having played and still playing the original game, I was reluctant to get Jaws of the Lion because I was worried it would be too simple with not enough variants to really interest me. But thankfully, it's not a concern. Although some of the original rules aren't used, enough are to make it feel pretty much the same, while providing a good framework for newbies. Even better, once you've exhausted whatever campaign Jaws of the Lion has to offer, it's sort of a mini campaign, you can then use the new character classes and some of the other assets from Jaws of the Lion in Gloomhaven proper. So there's some replayability and extensibility there. And you can use it to expand the original game, which is awesome. So if you're looking for a taste of the dungeon delving adventure for 1 to 4 players, I highly recommend picking up Jaws of the Lion. It retails for about $50, but it's often on sale closer to $30. So definitely check that out. We're about, I think, 2/3 of the way done with the mini campaign now, and we love the new character classes, and it'll just plug straight into Gloomhaven if we want to continue playing those folks. So check it out.
That's cool.
Yeah. Brian, why don't you wrap this up for us?
What? A present?
Uh-huh.
For me?
Don't do it.
It's
Don't
the
do
time
it.
of the season.
It's the time of the sneezing.
It's true. I'm going to recommend a TV show from the UK called Ghosts. It's on HBO Max. I just discovered it 3 days ago, and I just finished it today. 3 seasons. It's basically a down-on-their-luck couple. They're looking for a home, but they're cash-strapped, obviously. And she gets a phone call from a lawyer saying, hey, there's no other descendants left, and you inherit this house called the Button House. And they go and take a look at it, and it's run down. It's a piece of crap, really. But they know that a hotel chain is interested in purchasing the property and refinishing it and, making it a bed and breakfast or a gathering place. So they think to themselves, we'll make some money, we'll do it ourselves, and we'll take that idea and run with it. Come to find out, the whole place is haunted. Anybody who dies on the property is there forever. And in the process of them fixing up the place, an accident happens, and one of the main characters has a head injury. And coming back from the hospital, she now sees every single dead person that's in the property. And all the comedy ensues. It's all your favorite comedians from Britain. There's so many famous people in this. It's a phenomenal movie or TV show. I got hooked on it on the first episode. I had nothing to watch, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to start it up, see how this goes. And I couldn't stop. The characters are endearing, and you care about their story and their backstory, and they're all from different eras. So you get, like, there's a caveman, there's, it's quite funny, all the interactions, not just between the two main characters and the ghosts, but the ghosts themselves. Like, supporting each other and fighting against each other and, trying to sabotage. It's quite funny. So if you get a chance to check it out, there's some free trials out there for HBO Max, but it's called Ghosts and it's the UK version. I just noticed that they have a US version that just premiered in 2021. Have not watched it, so I can't recommend that yet, but definitely check out the UK version. There's 3 seasons on HBO Max.
All right, cool. Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Are they real? We don't know.
We have the ghosts, but where are the goblins?
Where are all the fucking
They're ripping
zombies?
some guy's armor off.
Simon Farnaby from Mighty Boosh is in it, so
Nice.
Simon farted.
quite happy to
Simon
see him in
farted?
there.
Oh, that's weird. All right, guys. Thank you. And that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe in whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. If you don't, go to hell. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our hashtag recommendos and social media channels, including Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server where we channel us in real time. You can find me on Twitter at lovecrafttapes.
And I am now taking suggestions on different ways that I should murder Roy when I find him. Submit them to me on Twitter at @TheRealWeirdKid.
And if you want to come to my pre-Rocky party in New York, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
I don't ever get invitations. Can somebody send me an invitation at Brian Podcast on Twitter, please? I never get an invitation to any of these events.
Until next time, roll for Odebrati.
Is that a biscotti?
It is. It's Biscotti Cabrati. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody on
Whoop,
the YouTube, Twitch, Twitter,
Thanks,
or what
guys.
of us.
We're
Thank
back,
you.
baby.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Backstreet's
Yes.
back all right.
We'll see you next week.
Back to the Jack.
Happy
Back
New
to
Year,
the
guys.
Jack Samurai.